Alright, welcome back to another Division video. This build is going to be over the global event Firecrest build. Firecrest is one of the builds I actually love. I think it's one of the most fun builds in the game. I mean, you set people on fire. What the fuck? What's better than that, right? You set people on fire. You know, like they run up, you say fuck you, set you on fire. They try to shoot, you say fuck you, set you on fire. They try to run around the side, you say no, I see you. So hey, fuck you, set you on fire. It's basically what it is. They got a whole team running at you. You see all of them, say fuck y'all, I'm gonna set y'all on fire. Yeah, that's how you do it. So anyway, we have a Firecrest build. This is gonna be the global event Firecrest. We're using 3-piece tack, 2-piece Firecrest. The reason being, we have the Ninja Bike messenger bag, and we're using that 3-piece tack. Ninja Bike gives us the 4-piece, 2-piece Firecrest. That gives us the 3-piece Firecrest, which gives us the extra damage and range for our fire turret. You damn right. This build is going to be fun. I'm assuming a lot of people, this is the only way to actually do Firecrest, by the way. This is going to be the global event Firecrest, but this will also be the 1.7 Firecrest. There's no better setup than this. If somebody tells you that, they lying. You tell them stop lying. Or meet me in the DZ. I'm gonna have my Firecrest on. I'm gonna set your ass on fire. Fuck you. I'm gonna set you on fire. That's what you tell them. Just saying. That's what you tell them. So let's go ahead and go over the weapons. We'll go over the gear real quick. I will give you an example. Obviously, the Ninja Bike. This is we're not in 1.7 just yet, but I did want to put the video up so you can have an idea of the setup. If you do like the setup, you know what you can work towards and know what gear you need to kind of grind and save up for 1.7. But basically, this build is just going to help make the global event easier to complete while we're trying to grind for those classified gear pieces. So start with the weapons and keep it moving. We have the Liberator. We're not really worried about too much about the stats. As you can see, DPS 226, toughness 286, skill powers at 316. Yeah. For our primary, we have talented, competent, like I always have, but we also have intense because that's how we set people on fire. Yes, the first bullet, set their ass on fire. 25% chance, set them on fire. And that's basically it. And then we have the Urban MDR, which I think is an amazing weapon. We use that also. It does a lot more damage. You do not have to use this, or you can use this and use something else or primary. Some people don't have the Urban MDR, but I do. So I'm using this motherfucker, right? All right, we have base damage. You can see the RPM, all that shit, but we also have intense once again on this. So we shoot them with the shoot them. We have a 25% chance that the first bullet will set their ass on fire. And that's what we're trying to do, set them on fire. We have competent, and then the third talent, which is special for the Urban MDR, which is distracted. Your damage is increased by 18% against targets with status effects, meaning we can use our Liberator. We see that they're on fire, they have some kind of status effect. We can switch to this and get 18%. So even though our DPS with the Urban MDR is 287, we go ahead and take another 18%, stack that on top of that, and yeah, we're good to go. So we're not going to go over the mods because this is in DPS, but if you want to see them, these are the mods I threw on. There you go. Then for our sidearm, which I never talk about sidearms, but for this one we actually have, you can obviously roll harmful to something else, but harmful, each hit has a 15% chance to apply the bleed status effect. If somebody's running away from you or whatever the situation is, especially if you're using this in PvP, this build will work in PvE and PvP. Like I said, there's not going to be a better setup than this. If somebody tells you that, tell them a liar. They're a liar. We already went over that, right? Tell them they're a liar. Yeah, okay. So we have harmful. Basically shoot them in the ass a couple times. They bleed, slow them down, whatever it is. But we have that. And now we will go over our gear, go over our talents, and I will actually show you an example of how strong this shit is going to be and how amazing it's going to be. And I'm going to be literally melting people. Not just, I got high DPS. I got 400 firearms. I'm going to melt you. No. Come here. You see this fire turret? Yep. Melt them. That's how you do it. Fuck you. I'm going to set you on fire. All right, so we have first thing we're going to start with. We have our Tactician vest, high electronics, skill haste, health, ammo capacity. That's how it should be. Um, Obviously, two-piece set bonus is 15% skill haste. Three-piece is 10% skill power. The Ninja bike, I'm gonna figure a way to call that damn thing. Ninja backpack. There you go, Ninja backpack. That sounds good. The new talent on that would be wild card, where it finishes off the next set bonus of the gear set. So if you have one, it gives you two. You have two, it gives you three. You have three, it gives you four. In this situation, we have three, so it will unlock our four-piece set bonus, which is Tactician's Authority. That's how we'll activate the 30% bonus to our skill power. So we're at 300. I think once we go ahead and activate that 30%, we'll probably be around 403. 403. I don't know. We'll see. So 403,000 skill power with a fire turret. It's gonna be strong. So we do have two mods on here, two electronic mods, skill haste. Now we will move on to our mads, Tactician mads, high armor, high electronics, skill power, and we did do damage to elites because if we're doing the global events, we come across some elites. I most likely will not be doing normal or hard content just because I never do it now. So most likely I would be doing, either the challenging, heroic, legendary, whatever the hell I can do. The reason for that is so you can actually, the lower the difficulty, it will be easier to complete, but you're supposed to get higher rewards from the higher difficulty, which makes perfect sense. And I'm trying to get as many classifieds as possible, so that's why I came up with this build. With Wildfire, this is going to do a lot of damage, but anyway, electronics, skill power, damage to elites. This is more damage we're doing to the elites. And then for our mod, we have an electronics mod with skill haste. We'll do our third piece of Tactician, which is we have electronics, which could be higher, obviously. Then we have assault rifle damage, high roll assault rifle damage, crit hit damage for extra damage, and then we have 7% skill haste. And then we'll go down to our two pieces of Firecrest. Ninja backpack gives us the third, which is more damage. So let's start with the Firecrest knee pads. We have high electronics, health, burn, bleed, and more damage to elites. You can get damage to elites on your knee pads, your mask, and I believe that's it. You can get enemy armor damage on your chest and your gloves. So I believe that's the only two places you can get it. So I got it on my mask and my knee pads, so that's an extra 25%, I believe. Damage to elites, that damage you'll be doing with that fire turret, which is going to be ridiculously strong, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So we all know the two-piece. Well, actually, we probably don't know the two-piece because nobody uses two pieces of Firecrest. If you do, somebody should take you to the DZ, say fuck you, and then use their turret to set you on fire. But anyway, set two-speed set bonus is 3 incendiary grenade capacity. Thanks a lot for giving me that. Thanks. Yeah. So anyway, the reason we have the two-piece is so that the Ninja backpack will unlock the three-piece. The three-piece set bonus, 50% flame turret range. And then we have 30% flame turret damage, meaning, 50% more ranges. If you have 10 meters, you'll have 15 meters. Simple math. Then we have 30% flame turret damage. That's going to be on top of the 400 and something thousand skill power. We're going to show you this shit. Yeah, I ain't used it yet, obviously, because it's not 1.7, but this build, if you go ahead and you go over this, you can look at it and see if you want to work towards this build. That's, like I said, that's the reason I'm doing the build now. So when global events drop in 1.7, drops, you can kind of have something ready for it. Also, save your exotics, save your weeklies. If you run survival, save your exotic caches, 1.7 drop, open those. If you do not have a ninja backpack, you will have a chance to actually get one. You cannot get one now because the talent that's on the ninja backpack is complete trash, which is why they stopped letting it come out of those caches. So save those. And then for our mods, we have 4% turret damage, which to my knowledge is the highest you can actually have for a performance mod for the turret damage. And then we have an electronic with skill power because we're already at our 50% skill haste cap. So we just went with more skill power. Those are the Firecrest knee pads. Now we will do the Firecrest holster. Everything's pretty high. Obviously, stamina, electronics could be slightly higher, but we have skill haste, and we have our mod down here, which is 4% turret damage, and we will go up to our Ninja Bike messenger bag. We have 1272 electronics, which I believe is the max. We did have to put a firearm mod on here so we can actually unlock the talents in our weapons. So we have a firearms mod on there, but we have max roll electronics, health, ammo capacity. Perfect. Obviously, the minor attribute could be bleed, disrupt, or whatever, burn, or whatever you choose for it to be. I have ammo capacity, which, I mean, there's a lot of people who got ninja backpacks, but they weren't the greatest. I got 3. They're all pretty good. All I had to do was roll the main stat. They all had, health on them. Just roll the main stat to whatever, and that's what I did with this one. But we do have the firearms mod, like I said, was 3% skill haste. Let's just hit that 50% skill haste cap. And then we have 2 more mods for the 4% turret damage. And that's the build. It's going to be pretty strong. If you have not seen the the Ninja Bike messenger bag, that's what it looks like. I do have a skin on it. I don't know what fucking skin that is, but it looked okay, so I put it on. So we have that. This will be changing the wild card, which is just gonna read something like, when equipped, it will finish off the next bonus if a gear set equipped, or some shit somewhere along them lines. It'll do that. So like I said, so the only way for me to show this, because this is not 1.7, obviously the Ninja Bike is not going to activate the 4-piece bonus, with the Tactician. So the only way for me to actually show you what this is capable of is I'll actually have to put a fourth piece of Tactician on. But what we're going to do right quick is actually look at our abilities, look at our skills, look at our talents, and then I will show you so you can see the difference. So we have our overdose, which we're going to run, but that could easily be swapped out to a pulse, so you're actually doing more damage, or whatever you choose to do. It just kind of depends on who you're playing with and their play style and your play style. But where you have the overdose, we all know what that does. 281, that would heal you from 0 or 1 health bar, or no health to full health plus an overheal. 281,000, which is crazy. But that could also be changed to booster shot. And right now the booster shot's gonna heal for 168. Obviously with your 3-piece tack or 4-piece tack. So the 3-piece tack and the Ninja backpack, you get your 4-piece tacks, and then you'll get the 30% skill power right there. 30% more skill power rather. All right, so recovery link, we're not really concerned about that. What we're worried about is how we're gonna set people on fire. You damn right. Set them on fire. That's what we're gonna do. Set them on fire. So right now, as it's set up, the turret is gonna do almost 12,000. Let's just go and say that, almost 12,000. Cooldowns at 22 seconds. Lifetime 45 seconds. But yeah, so we're almost at 12,000. So that's how it's set up now. That's with our 316,592 skill power. So the only way for me to actually show you what the 4-piece would do, we have let me switch this mod just to switch it, just so we can actually get a more accurate number. Obviously this is not 1.7, so this is not going to activate by itself. So I'm switching the holster so you can actually see. So I'm still at that 316 skill power. But at least with the 4-piece tack, you can see exactly how much more skill power I have, and then we can go back and look at the turret to see how much damage it's actually going to do. So let's go ahead and we're going to shoot this target. I'm going to shoot this target. There's our intense right there. Alright, so we have our 30%. I like the way that looks. That little fire thing right there. I like the way that looks. That looks funny, right? Yeah, that's what you do to people. They talk shit, set them on fire. Just bop, fire. Anyway, So we're at our 30%. Let's go ahead, and you can see where I was close. 402,000 skill power. So you will have a turret with 402,000 skill power. But that's not it. Because if the 3-piece Firecrest is actually on, activated, you get that extra range, plus you get that extra 30% damage. I believe it's 30% damage. I'm going to look real quick just to make sure I'm not just talking shit. So yeah, 50% turret range, 30% flame turret damage. So now we are actually going to go back and look. Of course, we have all this shit, but we're looking at the damn turret, and the turret is actually going to do damage of 15,000. So the damage jumped up from 12. We're at 15,543, which is great. Plus, we're actually going to get that other 30%. So I'm just going to, in my head, say 30%, 15, take 1/3. We're going to have a turret with a range of 12 meters. Actually more than 12 meters, because the 3-piece is not actually activated. So the base range is 12, so 50% more. That's going to put us at 18. So you're going to have a flame turret with 18 meters doing almost 20,000 damage HP, and it's almost damn near getting up close to 500,000 health. It's gonna be strong as shit. So if you're interested in the build, try it out. Like I said, it's gonna be strong as shit. It's gonna be ridiculously strong. That's what the 30%, that's what the stack. What you should do with this is actually get your 30% stack up, then drop your turret. So you're doing the maximum, you're getting the maximum damage out of it. Like I said, I can't show you the exact number because I can't put the Ninja Bike backpack's not working right now because it's not 1.7. But at least if you like the build, you can kind of, you know, work for the gear and kind of, you know the setup. So yeah, if you like the video, please like, subscribe. And then people, they don't like the vid, they like the video, then you shoot them in the face like that, set them on fire, because that's what you do. And the turret, literally melting people, literally melting people. They won't be able to jump out the way. They can jump one time, and then they land, they got no feet because they got melted off from the flame turret. That's, yeah, like I said, global event Firecrest. If you like the video, please like, please subscribe, please tell your friends, tell your family, tell grandma. Grandma's gonna like the Firecrest. She's gonna like the Firecrest, trust me. Firecrest is fun. Ninja back, mess your back. Once again, save your exotic, save your exotic caches, save your weekly caches. If you play survival, save your survival caches. 1.7 drop. Open those. If you do not have a ninja backpack, that will give you the chance to actually get one, since you can't get one now. But that's the video. Thank